Disney World trip is probably one of the most stressful trips you will ever book, but it doesn't have to be. For me, planning the Disney trip is much simpler and easier than booking a European trip, and that's because I've been 16 times in the last 30 years. I've been as a child, I've been as an adult, I've been as a teenager, I've been as a mum. And Disney is my love. If you've been here a while, you know that. And what I want to do is help others experience the magic and take away that stress of booking a Disney trip and make it as happy, as an exciting, and make the entire trip the most magical place and magical time that you've ever had on holiday, to the point where you want to go again. That is my mission, and my life's goal is to get people that are doing once in a lifetime trips to Disney to enjoy it so much that they cannot wait to get booked up again. So this video is going to be the top 10 tips that I think you need to get the most out of your Disney World holiday. And then following on from this series, I'm going to do deep dives into specific topics. These topics will be covered in this video as well a little bit, but I'm going to do a big detailed deep dive into other topics as well, which I understand that a Disney World trip can be so daunting for people that just don't know and have never been. So I want to give you a quick rundown of the things that you need to think about to start with, and those tips and tricks that I swear by. And then if you've got further questions, I can do further videos. Comment them down below, ask me on Instagram. I'm an open book. I will be there for you. I will answer your questions, anything, any time of day. I might be sleeping a little bit. I will be there to help you along your journey, because as I say, I get joy from helping others, and helping others experience that magic is just on a different level. First tip is to have a plan, which sounds ridiculous, but you need to have a plan for what you are planning on doing each day and what you're planning to do within those days. As I said, Disney World is a huge place. There's a lot going on. There's so many attractions, and the decision anxiety can be overwhelming when you're there on the day. The last thing I want you to be doing is stood in the middle of a park, no idea what to do, wait times confusing you, not sure what show times are. Have a plan. I can deep dive into this further in a separate video. However, the big thing about having a plan is also to stay flexible, because having a plan and a plan not going to plan, because sometimes it doesn't in Disney, if you're so set on that plan and don't have much flexibility in it, it can have a negative effect on your holiday, and that's the last thing we want. So what I would say to do is have a rough idea of which order you want to do the parks. Most of us from the UK are normally going for a 2-week trip, so I would have a little calendar out. What I used to do is just print off a month's calendar, and I'd write on each day, right, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Water Park, Animal Kingdom, Water Park, etc., and work out where you're going to spend your days. And then within those days, maybe just speak to your family, speak to them about what their top priority ride is, or experience, or thing that they want to do in that park is, and make a list of them, so you've all got that one thing that you really want to achieve in that park. And then by doing that, you've got kind of a priority list. So they're the things that you're going to hit first, and then after that you can then go on to just exploring and doing other things. I would recommend doing, if you're just doing Disney for 2 weeks, you will have time to do all parks at least twice, so you can always pick up the things that you haven't done on day 1, on day 2. I would also, when incorporating your plan together, I will do a separate deep dive on this, like I can talk about the plan for like ages. I would make sure that you're splitting up your walk-in parks. So what we used to do, and what I still do, is I try to do a heavy walking park, which is all of your normal theme parks. Epcot is particularly heavy because it's huge. Hollywood Studios I would put on the lower end of that scale, with water park days. So days when you're not going to be on your feet all day, or days when you're spending around the pool in the resort and enjoying there, I would break up that. Rather than having 4 solid days at the parks and then having a water park, I would do Magic Kingdom day 1 and then I'd probably do water park day 2, because you're still getting acclimatised, you're getting adjusted, etc. Magic Kingdom's a really exciting one to do on day 1, but then have your water park, slow down, reset, give your feet time to recover a little bit, and then start again for another couple of days and then hit another water park. It just breaks up the trip a little bit and it gives you that relaxation that you need as well while you're on holiday. You are relaxing while you're on holiday as well. I find wandering around the parks relaxing, but others may just want to sit and chill by a beach bar, on a lazy river, etc. So make sure you incorporate those as well. Download the My Disney Experience app before you go. Get accustomed to it, work out what it is. It is your Bible for being on a Disney holiday. It gives you wait times, it gives you bus times, it gives you resort information. It's where you can book dining reservations, you can book lightning lanes, you can join virtual queues. It will tell you, it will give you park maps with all the information you need on where the attractions are, what the wait times are, where the bathrooms are, where first aid is. Everything you need to know about your Disney holiday will be in that app, and that is what you need. So make sure you get it downloaded before you arrive. Set yourself up an account and have a little look around there just to see what is going on. You can pretty much use most functions over here, obviously, apart from booking lightning lanes and joining virtual queues and things like that you physically need to be in the park to do. Speaking of lightning lanes, I recommend, as tip number 3, to get an understanding of what Genie Plus is, what lightning lanes are, what individual lightning lanes are. There's so many new names that I don't even know what the exact professional ones are anymore. They used to be fast passes, they're now lightning lanes, it's now Genie Plus. You need to understand what all the different things are, so that you, 1, understand what you're purchasing if you're adding that onto your ticket, 2, understanding if you need to add it onto your ticket, and 3, making sure that you again are getting the most out of your day for what you want to achieve and what the best ways of doing that is. I will do a separate deep dive into Genie Plus and lightning lanes, because it's a lot. It's changed significantly over the last 30 years. When I first went, fast passes and lightning lanes and things didn't exist. And the first iteration of a lightning lane / fast pass in the olden days, pre-apps, pre-anything, was you walked up to an attraction, you put in your physical paper park ticket, because there was no magic bands, there was no cards, no nothing then. You put in your physical park ticket into this machine at the front of the ride, and it spit out a return time for you. And you could have like one active one per ride at each time. You then came back, handed your ticket in, then you'd have to walk to the ride, put in your ticket, and it would spit out a return time, which feels so archaic now given the absolute wild complex system that we've got today. Tip number 4 is, don't forget about Disney Springs. Disney Springs is a shopping and entertainment district that Disney have built, which has shops, restaurants, bars, live music. They have a bowling alley, a cinema, a Cirque du Soleil show. There's so much there. And I know from personal experience, when I went with my mum and dad, I think it might have been, when was it? Was it like 2017? They were like, why do we want to go to a shopping centre? Why do we want to go to a Disney shopping centre? Like there's normal shops there, like Anthropologie and Zara and Under Armour and Superdry and Sephora and Kate Spade. Why do we want to go to a shopping district? And we did go, and they weren't impressed. I'll be completely honest, they weren't impressed, because we'd gone during the day on a weekend, so it was busy, and it was a shopping district. The magic of Disney Springs I'm gonna cry, which is ridiculous. Oh, the magic of Disney Springs starts on a night. Why? If this doesn't tell you to go to Disney Springs, I don't know what will. Compose yourself, Aimee. Oh, well, didn't expect that to happen. The magic of Disney Springs happens on a night. There is live music around the waterfront. There are bars and restaurants with live music on. We love Raglan Road. They have a live Irish band on and Irish dancers on every single night. They have 2 live Irish bands on actually, because one's normally outside on the terrace and one's inside. We also went to the Edison where they had a live 20s style singer on, and it's all steampunk themed and it's incredible. Make sure you're spending time in Disney Springs, and make sure that is where you're going to spend one of your nights. I really, really recommend it. It's not just shopping. There's a magic about it. And I think the reason I'm getting so emotional about it, I don't know if you'll have seen it yet in any of the vlogs that I'm uploading. If you didn't know already, I've got a Disney vlog series going live of when we went all to Orlando in February this year. And went to Disney, and one of the huge things for me was Daisy's never really seen live music. Why would she? She's like a 4-year-old. In fact, she was 3 at the time, and she loved it. We'd walk past the waterfront stage where there's a live act and band on every single night. We'd walk past there on the way to a restaurant, on the way somewhere, and she'd unclip her bar off her pushchair, flick it over her head. She'd chuck whichever teddy she had over her head. These feel a bit wobbly. Chuck the teddy she had over her head, jump out the pushchair while it was still moving, and then run off down to the front of the stage and start dancing. Or plonk herself on the seat and sit and watch. And it's those magical moments that is why I just adore Disney. I just love it. But also another reason why you do not forget about Disney Springs, and make sure you schedule time to go to Disney Springs. There's some incredible restaurants there. Again, I'll do another video on must-dos in Disney Springs. But yeah, do not forget about Springs and make time for it. It's not just shopping, it's not just bars, it's incredible. Tip 5, stay hydrated. It sounds simple, it's so easy to get carried away when you're in the park, running around everywhere, not taking breaks, not drinking enough water. It happened to me once. I can't remember how old I was probably about 15 or 16. We'd gone towards the end of June, beginning of July, which is a bit later for us for when we normally go, and it was particularly hot. And there was one day I lost all colour in my face and pretty much almost passed out. My mum and dad clocked it just quick enough, and they were like, right, you, aircon, water, sit down. Don't forget to take time to take breaks. There are some great shows that you can sit down in with air conditioning where you can like cool down, take a break. So make sure you're scheduling those in around when you're kind of out and about doing rides for a while or walking around the park for a while. Then dip into a show and take that time to, they're normally about 20 minutes, sometimes they're a bit longer, but then you've got some aircon, you're having a sit down, you're having a relax, perfect opportunity to drink some water. In terms of water, make sure that you're taking one of the, you know, the metal thermos cups, like a Stanley cup, but like you can get the normal bottles, you can get all sorts of different types. Make sure you're taking one of those. Iced water is free from every single quick service that has a fountain machine. You just have to go up to the front and ask for a cup of ice water, or sometimes they just have them sat on trays. Take 2 or 3 cups, fill up and refill your thermos flask. 1, you've then got cold water on tap. 2, yes, the ice water is free, but it's quite annoying if you're like slowly sipping it. There's quite a lot of ice in it, it's a bit too cold for drink. And then you're trying to wander around the park, hold things, experience things. You're about to go on a ride, but you've got a cup of ice water. If you can pour it into a bottle, 1, you can keep it with you, 2, it stays cold longer, and 3, you've got more water with you because you can take a couple of cups of ice water and fill it up rather than just having 1 small cup. Going back to tip number 2, Tip number 6 flows on from that, and it is mobile ordering your food at quick services. You can, I believe, use your dining plan credits when mobile ordering on the My Disney Experience app. You can mobile order from the majority of quick services, and you do this via the My Disney Experience app. Your My Disney Experience app knows how many dining credits you've got left, or you can pay for it out of pocket with whatever card that you've got attached to your My Disney account. And by mobile ordering, one, you can mobile order ahead of time and give an approximated arrival time, and it will give you a rough arrival time. So if it's really busy and you go, right, I want a mobile order from there, when will it be ready? And it goes like in an hour's time. You know you've got an hour to enjoy the park a bit more before your food's going to be ready. You then just walk up, press that you've arrived, and then it'll tell you when your food is ready, and you can just go and pick it up, and you don't have to stand in the mental queues that we experienced in Cosmic Race this year. It was just insane. It was not a good experience. I did ask a team member at this time if I could mobile order using dining credits, and they said no. I later found out that was incorrect information. So mobile ordering will save you time, it will save you stress, and it will make your life so much easier. So I highly recommend that. There is nothing worse than standing in line for a quick service in a Disney park, particularly when it's absolutely heaving. Magic Kingdom is the worst for that. I find Satuli Canteen in Animal Kingdom the best. It's always dead, even though it's got incredible food. Tip 7 I've already touched on a bit because I got carried away in point 1. If you're just doing Disney in your 2-week trip, don't get carried away and don't try and do everything in one trip. I think if you're just doing Disney in one trip, you will probably manage to do the majority, if not most things, because there are 4 theme parks and 1 to 2 water parks, depending on the time of year that you're traveling. So that means that you have enough time to go to every single park twice, which means you're probably going to be able to achieve the majority of things in each of the parks. Some of the parks are bigger than others. I'd say Hollywood Studios is doable. Although it's now got Star Wars Land on there, Galaxy's Edge. I'd say most parks are doable definitely in 2 days. It just depends on wait times, which is the challenge, and why you need to understand the Genie Plus Lightning Lane virtual queue system and how that's going to benefit you. If you're planning on doing Disney and Universal in the same 2-week trip, please manage your please manage your expectations that you will not, with the best will in the world, if you burnt yourself out, you were there from park opening till park close, you will not be able to do everything. The reason you will not be able to do everything is you will have a minimum of 5 Disney parks, assuming only one of the water parks is open. You then have Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, Volcano Bay, another amazing water park, I must visit, and you have Epic Universe, which is the brand new park that has just opened. So before you even start, you've got 9 days there. You've got 14 in the entire holiday, so you've got another 5. You can probably visit a couple of other parks twice. If you're adding SeaWorld and that kind of area onto it, you will only have enough to do 1 park per day, and that is not enough to achieve everything in Walt Disney World. I've done a thing and I need to confess my sins. I've watched Adam Hatton's Epic Universe 3-day vlog series, and the reason I'm being so hard on myself is because I promised I would not watch any spoilers for Epic Universe until I got there. But oh my god, it looks incredible, and what Adam said in those videos is he thinks that it is a 3-day park to be able to do absolutely everything and experience everything fully and be fully immersed in it. 2 to 3 day park, and I'd say that's the case for majority of parks, which means if you are planning on doing Universal and Walt Disney World in the same trip, be prepared to not be able to do everything, which circles all the way back to point 1 of have a plan of what your priorities are, so that you know that you're going to hit the things that you're going to want to do at each of the parks, and anything else is a bonus. So if, for example, in Magic Kingdom your priority is going on Tron, Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Space Mountain, they're the ones you want to focus on. They're the ones that you want to plan through Genie Plus, Lightning Lane, virtual queues, and then anything else on top of that is a bonus. Please manage expectations, and please make sure you're aware of what is achievable in a 2-week period in Disney World and Universal. There is so much to do. It requires 2 trips. It requires 16 trips. I'm still going back, it's still changing, it's still incredible, it's still amazing. But make sure you also circle back to that take a break point. Don't just burn yourself out with park after park after park after park, because you will start to hate it. And that is not what it's about. It's not about doing as much as physically possible. It's about walking around the park, soaking it up, taking it in, experiencing the magic, and not just bang, 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 and not absorbing where you are and what you're doing. I love it. I need to stop crying. Tip number 8. Dining reservations. ADRs, advanced dining reservations. If anyone's talking in abbreviations around you, that's what it means. Dining reservations are for table service restaurants. This is where somebody is going to wait on you and bring your food to you. All of the restaurants which are classed as quick service restaurants, I class as, although the food is much better than this and does not warrant this description at all, I describe it as McDonald's style food, in the terms of you go up to a counter, you order it, you're handed your food, you walk to your table. They are quick service restaurants and they do not require any reservations. Table service restaurants, where you are getting table service from a cast member, require dining reservations. Some are harder to get than others, some you can do walk-ups for. However, I highly recommend booking your dining reservations 60 days in advance when they are released, particularly if you want a tough to get restaurant. This guarantees that you have that reservation. There's a couple of things around those dining reservations being released. I think they were released GMT time at 11 AM. Be careful around the clocks changing, because I think the clocks change in the US a different time than they do in the UK, which means that that release time will change by an hour potentially around those times of year, so towards the end of October and towards the end of March. So they're released at 11 AM ish, depending on clock changing times. If you are staying on site, you can book from that day 1, you can book 10 days of your trip. If you are not staying on site, you can book each day individually, like after each other as they are released. There's so much to think about dining reservations, but again this circles back to that plan of making sure that you know where you want to go, your high priorities, things that you want to do. I really recommend watching Disney vlogs to get a little bit of information and a little bit around what you want to do, things that people recommend, all those things. I have a couple of vlog series on here, I have a new one currently going live, and I plan on having many more in the future. Do try not to watch POVs of rides as much as you want to, because it sometimes it spoils the magic a little bit. And also don't panic if you do make a dining reservation. You can cancel and reorganize them 24 hours in advance, and you can kind of reorganize one on the day, but you need to reorganize it rather than cancel it. But you can cancel any dining reservation that you make 24 hours in advance, and again you can do that on the My Disney Experience app. Tip 9. Wear comfortable shoes and clothing. Sometimes there are some incredible looking outfits on Instagram posts, loads of Disney bounding, dapper days, everything look incredible in photographs sometimes. But remember, Disney is hot, you are walking a lot, and you need to be comfortable. So wear what you feel comfortable in. Yeah, it looks nice in a picture, but the priority is that you are comfortable for the day to get the most enjoyment out of your day. If you're constantly pulling and hot and uncomfortable with your clothes, that's not helpful. And footwear, comfortable footwear, take 2 or 3 options so that you can change your footwear up in case you get blisters. Make sure you've worn in any trainers before you go. Taking a brand new pair of Converse is the worst idea in the world, because everyone knows that a pair of Converse needs to be worn in, and I would say do that with all of your shoes. One, to make sure that you know that they're not going to rub after long periods of time. Do not take a brand new pair of trainers to Disney World and that be the first place that you wear them. You will end up with blisters, and that's not what you want. I also really recommend a pair of Havaiana flip-flops or something along those lines that has a strap around the ankle, so they're really easy to walk in but also really soft in case you have got really sore feet. You're going to be topping out 20,000 steps a day and your feet are not used to it. You need to look after them. The amount of times I've lost the feeling in toes before walking around Disney World and got into bed and the pain is throbbing through my feet. You need to take care of them. It's like going on a hiking holiday and making sure you've got the correct footwear. Same for Disney World. Final tip, which to be fair should be number 1 in my opinion, is always watch the nighttime shows at Disney World. They are incredible. Happily Ever After, I didn't record it in this vlog series that's currently going live in February because I just wanted to immerse myself in it. Watching it, holding Daisy, like there's a couple of times Mum went, "Were you crying?" And I was like, yes, there was tears streaming down my face. I cannot watch it without blaring my eyes out. The emotion, they're just incredible. You can watch them online, however they don't hit the same until you're stood in the middle of Main Street watching the castle light up with the fireworks and the music, incredible. Have to watch them, have to make them a priority. If you say go early in the morning, have a couple of hours back at the resort and then go back on the night, is how I'd recommend doing the fireworks, or have a lazy morning then go to the park later in the afternoon, because otherwise you will burn yourself out if you go there from park opening to park close. You will not be in the mood to be staying to watch fireworks. At the minute they do nighttime shows in Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios and Epcot. They do not do them in Animal Kingdom. They used to have one. They can't really do fireworks around the animals. It's not fair on them. So my must top 2 do's are Happily Ever After in Magic Kingdom and Fantasmic in Hollywood Studios. If you do no other nighttime shows, those 2 are a must in my opinion. They are incredible. The music, if I hear it any other time that I'm not in Disney, makes me cry because of those shows. They are incredible. I've just had to switch over to camera number 2 because camera number 1 has lost battery. I'm sorry. And also we can see which one's got better quality on it, and if this one's better we'll record sit down videos with this one in future. But yes, that is my 10 tips for starting to plan a Walt Disney World trip and the things that you need to consider. As I said, I can do detailed talk throughs of all of the points that I've discussed, and which ones you want me to go through first, comment them down below and I will get to them. If you need a quicker answer than me filming a video on it and uploading it, ask the question, I will answer you. Follow me on Instagram, it's the easiest place to kind of direct message me, or comment on this video. It would be great. Ultimately, as I said to start with, I just want to share the magic of Disney World and Universal with you all and make sure that you can get the most out of your trips. That brings me the most joy. So I might keep these ears on for the rest of the day because I think they go with my outfit really, really well. I'm going to love you and leave you because this video is already probably quite long because I'm a waffler. So if you did enjoy and you want more Disney, more everything, please hit that subscribe button. It means the absolute world and does more than you think for the channel. And hit that little like button if you liked it. If you didn't, constructive criticism please. Don't be mean. We don't like mean people. But I'm all about the constructive criticism because ultimately I want to give you what you want and give you the videos that are most informative. I'm going to love you and leave you. And always remember, don't forget to make your own magic. And I'll see you really soon. Bye.